Arsenal officially completes 2 new signings in one day. Liverpool continues to dominate the transfer market. Gyökeres nears Anfield. Nico Williams' transfer to Barcelona falls through, a huge scandal brews. All of this and more in today's episode. Arsenal officially completes 2 new signings in one day, a significant squad reinforcement for the new season. Kepa Arrizabalaga joins from Chelsea for a symbolic £5 million. After his release clause was activated, the Spaniard will become the new second-choice goalkeeper behind David Raya, replacing Neto, who returned to Bournemouth. Kepa spent last season on loan at Bournemouth and has now signed a contract until 2027. This marks the second Spaniard in Arsenal's goalkeeping ranks and provides another experienced option for Arteta. Christian Nørgaard is another important signing. Arsenal has reached an agreement with Brentford for an €11 million transfer, and the Dane is already on his way to London for a medical. He will be a direct replacement for Thomas Partey, who is leaving the club. Nørgaard is one of the Premier League's best in terms of interceptions, tackles, and ball recoveries, making him ideal for a shield role in midfield. These transfers complement the signing of Martin Zubimendi, who has already arrived in London after his €65 million move from Real Sociedad. Thus, Arsenal already has 3 new signings: Zubimendi, Nørgaard, and Kepa. And this is not the end. Who do you think will be Arsenal's next signing? Write in the comments. Cristiano Ronaldo stays at Al-Nassr, deal almost finalized. According to the latest reports, Ronaldo has reached a verbal agreement with the club on a new contract, and lawyers are currently reviewing the documents. The final detail being discussed is the duration of the agreement, 1 or 2 years, with a real possibility of extension until June 2027, if Cristiano himself desires it. Ronaldo feels comfortable in Saudi Arabia, where he has scored 99 goals in 111 matches for Al-Nassr, and wants to stay to maintain his form until the 2026 World Cup, where he will be 41. This contract is not just about football. The Saudi League aims to retain its main star, as it is important for sponsors, TV rights, and the global image of the SPL. Ronaldo rejected offers from clubs participating in the Club World Cup and decided to stay at Al-Nassr to continue his mission and possibly achieve his goal of 1,000 career goals. He currently has 938. Do you think Cristiano can reach the 1,000 goal mark? Nico Williams' transfer to Barcelona is on the verge of collapsing, all due to desperate resistance from Athletic Bilbao. Despite the Catalans having already agreed to personal terms with the player and preparing to activate his €58 million release clause, the Basques have decided to go all in. They have officially appealed to La Liga with a demand to block the transfer. What's happening behind the scenes? Athletic doesn't just not want to sell Nico, they specifically don't want to sell him to Barcelona. The club believes that Blaugrana is behaving unethically, publicly talking about the player even before activating his release clause and spreading information that Bilbao calls fakes, in particular that Nico has already emptied his locker in the dressing room, or that Athletic agreed to payment in installments. Furthermore, the Basques are convinced that Barca does not comply with the 1-to-1 rule, which allows clubs to spend only what they earn. That is why an Athletic delegation arrived in Madrid to demand that La Liga investigate Barcelona's financial situation. Their goal is to prevent the registration of the transfer, even if the release clause is activated. But there's another important motive: money. According to several sources, Bayern, Arsenal, and Chelsea offered Athletic significantly more favorable terms than Barca. In particular, Bayern was ready to pay the full release clause amount up front and also offered Nico a salary of up to €12 million per year, almost double that of Barcelona's offer. Athletic understands that they can sell the player for more or on more favorable terms, and that is why they are so fiercely resisting the transfer to Catalonia. Laporta has already responded harshly. "We don't have a bad relationship with Athletic. Yes, there were misunderstandings, but that's no reason to interfere in our affairs. I don't understand why they go to La Liga to talk about Barca. It's unethical, but that's their business. So why is Athletic resisting so stubbornly? First, Nico is a symbol of the club, an academy product, and his move to a direct rival is perceived as a betrayal. Athletic does not buy players from outside, so losing a star is a strategic blow. Barca, in Athletic's opinion, is not playing by the rules, and the Basques want to set a precedent. And most importantly, there are clubs ready to pay more, but Nico only wants to go to Barca. This is no longer just a transfer. It's a battle for principles, image, and big money. And even if Barca activates the release clause, the end of this drama is far from written. the transfer drama surrounding Victor Gyökeres has taken a new turn. Liverpool is preparing a serious attempt to hijack the striker from Arsenal. After Darwin Núñez agreed to a move to Napoli, the Reds intensified their search for a new forward, and Gyökeres has become Arne Slot's top target. According to information from Portugal, Liverpool has already contacted Sporting to inquire about the terms of the transfer. The Lisbon club made it clear the price is €80 million with no discounts. Gyökeres, who scored 54 goals in 52 matches last season, wants to leave this summer. He is disappointed that Sporting did not honour their gentleman's agreement regarding a €70 million release clause and threatens not to report for pre-season training if the club does not allow him to leave. Although Arsenal was previously considered the favourite, having offered €55 million plus €10 million in bonuses, Gyökeres could change course for Anfield if Liverpool makes an official offer. The club believes he would perfectly fit Slot's system as a physically powerful, mobile and prolific number 9. Interestingly, Liverpool is also considering alternatives such as Isak, Ekitike and Osimhen, but Gyökeres appears to be the most realistic option given the price and the player's willingness to move. This could become one of the most high-profile transfers of the summer, and if Liverpool sells Núñez in the coming days, they could enter the race in full force. Juventus is close to finalising the transfer of Jadon Sancho. Negotiations with Manchester United have reached the final stage, and an oral agreement has been reached with the player himself. The Englishman's salary in Turin will be around €5.5 million per year, plus bonuses, and now only the final details need to be agreed upon with the Red Devils, who are willing to let Sancho go for €25 million. This transfer is not just a new challenge for the player himself, but also Juventus's attempt to hijack him from Napoli, who also showed interest. Sancho returned to Manchester after a loan spell at Chelsea, where, despite 5 goals and 10 assists, the club could not agree on a permanent contract with him. At United, he is not part of Ruben Amorim's plans, and the club wants to definitively close this chapter. Juventus, who were close to signing Sancho last summer, now have a chance to complete the deal. If all goes according to plan, Jadon will travel to Turin for a medical in the coming days and become part of the Bianconeri's new project, and it seems that this time, it's definitive. Monaco is preparing a true relaunch, and they're doing it loudly. Ansu Fati and Paul Pogba are expected to become new players for the club from the French Riviera this week. Let's start with Fati. Barcelona president Joan Laporta confirmed that the deal with Monaco is almost finalised. It involves a one-season loan, with the player's contract with Barca extended until 2028. The Catalans and Monegascs have agreed to split the salary 50-50, allowing Barca to free up budget and work more actively on Nico Williams' transfer. For Fati, this is a chance to restart his career after an unsuccessful period at Brighton. At Monaco, he is being prepared for a key role in the new season, and now a real comeback. Paul Pogba is returning to top-flight football, signing a 2-year contract with Monaco until June 2027. After an 18-month ban and the termination of his contract with Juventus, the 32-year-old World Cup winner decided to reject offers from MLS and Saudi Arabia to resume his career in France. The agreement has already been reached, the contract is being reviewed by lawyers, and Pogba himself will arrive in Monaco within 24 hours. His medical is scheduled for the end of the week. Thus, Monaco is not just signing big names, the club is building a new team around experience and talent, preparing for appearances in the Champions League. And if all goes according to plan, Fati and Pogba could become symbols of a new, ambitious project. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep watching for more football action and have a wonderful day.